sequel number 136 of the Church of Uganda at 150 years, a celebration of Christianity in this country. In this sequel, there is a new Katikkiro in Buganda, but it is also the Jubilee year, 1927. Welcome. Sirinam rutu kiribubona naye kwe wambirira Yesu mulokozi wange. In this sequel, Tefiro Kisosonkole became the Katikkiro in February of 1927. This was a war hero. Yesu mulokozi wange. I therefore want to call him a Jubilee Katikkiro. This Jubilee is described in the book of Leviticus, chapter 25. It is commanded by God that you should always celebrate the Jubilee. Mlyange lya wenda kiriza Yesu mulokozi wange. Therefore, the Jubilee Katikkiro gave a donation of land, 20 square miles, to the Native Anglican Church on block 185, plot number 43, on the Namugongo block. He donated that entire chunk of land, and later on, his only son, Kupriano Luchariyo Bisase Kisosonkole, added another 16 to make the donation 36 acres. Watega amatekago Yesu mulokozi wange. Kupriano Luchariyo Bisase Kisosonkole, thank you very much. Tefiro, Kungu, Kisosonkole, thank you very much. You made our day. The world will always remember you. The world will always celebrate you for the donation you gave at Namugongo. And now, let's move on to the other event of 1927. There was a proposal for the exhumation of the remains of Alexander Mackay bones from Musalala Dongo in Tanganyika at Usambiro to be exhumed and reinterred at the Namirembe Cathedral. This proposal came from H.D. Hooper, and he put it in writing, and it was dated the 10th of November 1926. And so, when Bishop Willis went to UK for holiday, he got in touch with Mrs. J.W. Harrison, who was Alexander's elder sister. Could it be possible? Could Alexander Mackay have a sister by 1927? Oh yes, because 1927 is 50th anniversary of the arrival of Mackay and his colleagues. Therefore, if you count 50 years and you add on any other year, it makes a lot of sense that he would have a sister, an elder sister, who was still alive by 1927. And so Mrs. J.W. Harrison gave permission for the exhumation of his brother's bones. And indeed, once that approval was received, it was to become part of the Jubilee celebrations. Now, these details at the Uganda Christian University archives. If you want to find out the exact spot, in group code 1, box 104, folder 612, you'll find those details. And so the Jubilee celebrations began, and they began in February 1927 at every Church Missionary Society local station across Uganda, all the way to Nassa in northern Tanganyika, and all the way to Kavirondo in Kenya, and all the way to Upper Nile, as far as southern Sudan, which was part of the Upper Nile Diocese, as far as West Nile, which was part of the Uganda Diocese then. And so Bishop Willis returned from holiday in March 1927, and he found the Jubilee celebrations already going on. We did not need the bishop to be around to celebrate the Jubilee. Have you heard that one? You do not need church leaders to celebrate the Jubilee. It's a command of God. So if you know the scriptures, just begin the celebrations. It doesn't matter. Whenever the religious leaders will join us, they will join us. Even in the first Jubilee, the bishop was away and the people began jubilating in February. So by the time he arrived in March, the celebrations were already going on. Now, the Jubilee choir is something that was very unique. That there was a grand Jubilee choir that organized choristers from across the Uganda Diocese, and it was a joint Jubilee choir. Do we get an idea as we plan to celebrate 150 years of a joint choir that is national? Well, we can take a leaf from the Jubilee choir of 1927. There was also a Jubilee pageant play. That means that the playwright got together, designed a play, and it became a Jubilee pageant play and a drama. And that stage performance was the same performed in West Nile, the same performed in Upper Nile, the same performed in Burundi, Rwanda, the same performed in Rwenzori, the same performed in Kabale, the same performed in Kavirondo, the same performed in Nassa, and the same performed in Namirembe. What an example that they can be a Jubilee pageant play, that everybody who plays in every part of the diocese, and which is now a province, will be playing the same drama, the same pageant play. That was the 1927 Jubilee, and the way people came up with ideas. Then, this particular celebration went on at every level throughout the month of February, March, April, May, until the climax in June 1927. There were messages of congratulations which poured in from the Archbishop of Canterbury, the Most Reverend Randall Davidson, from the Lambeth Palace, from the Church Missionary Society in London, from the Palestine Native Church Council, from the United Theological College, from the Church Missionary Society Australia and Tasmania in Sydney. Oh my God, messages of congratulations powered in. Next sequel, we shall go deeper into the celebration of the first Jubilee of Christianity in Uganda. May the good Lord bless us all.